Hello everybody, MinishCap1 here. Today I am trying a variation on the Deathcap build. I'm going to be trying Deathcap with Blackfire Torch, not in that order because you do need health, but I'm going to stack Deathcap and Blackfire Torch. Going to just put some zoning poison down. I need to keep poison on here because I need to spread the minions back out, and then I'll start puffing poison again for this proxy. But I'm going to try Deathcap and Blackfire Torch combo because I want to combine their percent ability power amplifications. So their jungler is not here. Deathcap gives 30% amp. I'm gonna spam ping bot lane for my bot lane because there's a good chance that their jungler just cheese ganks bottom. Deathcap gives 30% damage AP amplification, and then Blackfire Torch actually gives you 4% AP amplification per target that is burning from the Blackfire Torch effect. So you can get potentially 30 plus 20% in a team fight, which would be 50% ability power amplification, which would just be nuts. Assuming you're hitting 5 targets with Blackfire, Deathcap, Poison Trail, right? This game, I am against a Poppy, and so if I see the Poppy is building tank items, I will probably go Leandries first instead. Because against tanks, I still tend to go Leandries first. Against every fighter bruiser matchup, I've been going Deathcap. Fuck. Wait, I have face? Oh. Okay. So instead of... He did start bot side, but he moved to gank me instead of just doing his clear. He's behind, like, half a camp now. Okay, cool. If I see Poppy's building tank items instead of going AD Poppy, which I think she will probably go tank Poppy this game because they have full damage lineup besides her, then I will go for I will go for Leandry Rusher. Yeah, 4% per target on the Baleful Blaze Blackfire Torch. But if she's building damage Poppy, I'll either rush Deathcap or go for the Blackfire. Blackfire Torch is similar to Deathcap. They take up like a similar idea in a build where they're both mostly meant to amp your ability power. The burn on Blackfire Torch is a luxury, I would say, but the burn on Blackfire Torch does start to hit. It hits a lot harder the more ability power you have, right? So like I'm kind of thinking for Singed, it might just be like a late game option. So it could be like Deathcap Leandry's Blackfire Torch 3 or Blackfire Torch 4 maybe. Or it could be like Deathcap Leandry's Bloodletters and then Blackfire Torch. Or maybe you do Blackfire Torch early because it's a very cheap item. It's only 2.8k gold, which is like really, really good for getting 80 ability power out of the item. And then plus the 4% amplification, which again also stacks with your ultimate. So if I'm level 16 ultimate, which is 95 AP, we'll round up to 100. Even though it's only 95 because of the nerf, you're gonna get 4% off of that as well with the amps times up to 5 in the team fight, assuming you hit all 5 champions. You can also stack it on jungle monsters, by the way. When you poison a jungle monster with Blackfire Torch, it gives you amp. So if you're in like a dragon fight or a baron fight or Otacon where everyone's all grouped together, you can get an extra 4% off of that. And then if you have a Scuttle Crab there, that's another 4%. So up to 28%. Theoretically, in like a max value fight. Because I can't think of any other scenarios where you're going to hit 2 jungle monsters in a team fight. So up to, in like a perfect scenario, 28% amp on Blackfire. And 30% amp on Deathcap at all times, right? So the numbers can definitely get a little bit crazy when you account for Singed ultimate as well. But the problem that we need to solve with any glass cannon build is always HP. HP is always the most needed stat after your damage. Because with Singed, again, you are a negative range champion. If you do not have health, you have a very, very hard time fighting. If you play very mechanically well and you position and you space properly, like, not even properly, perfectly, beyond perfectly, you can make it work by having low HP, but when you're playing versus Master, Grandmaster, Challenger players, it's you're asking a lot of a very small health pool, and Singed already does not have like amazing health per level to begin with, and then they nerfed it again recently. Yeah, I can't walk that way, unfortunately. Echo's there. I'm not gonna mess with it if he is holding the river. We'll grab this, we'll grab this plant, though. Trying to stay away from the walls here because Poppy will wall stun me if I'm not careful. I use some of her mana up there. She has pretty low mana cost anyways, but... Did you guys know back when Poppy first got reworked, she had like a 20 mana cost on Q? Yeah, she could lane infinitely with just Q, wave clear. Because her mana regen would outpace her Q mana cost. Do I just kill you here? You're dead. Completely disrespecting me. What is that? Okay. I mean, sure. I can't say no to a freebie. I get turret plates now too. Unless Echo is still here, which he's not. Really not sure what she was doing there. She tanked a lot of poison, and like, I don't even have Gonker this game. I have Phase Rush this game. Yeah, with any sort of like death cap build on the Singed, you should always be running that health per level shard, at least one of them. If you're trying this out for the first time, I'd recommend you build 2, but I love that movement speed shard personally, you know me. I just love to go fast, pass some gas. I'm still debating on first item Leandries or Blackfire here. I'm not gonna go Death Cap first because she is buying tank items. So versus almost every tank, I would say you still go Leandries first, and versus every fighter and bruiser, I think Death Cap for sure. However, the one exception is Shen, because Shen leaves the lane. I have biscuits. I have Sona. Oh shit. The grubs got aggroed. Okay, nice. I got double assister. I can't walk through there. That yo, what is this grub range? And they only get +1. Okay, cool. 2 assists, not bad for that. Yeah, she's buying tank items. Like, I think I just go Leandry's Rush. The one exception is going to be Shen. And the reason why I still go Death Cap Rush versus Shen is because Shen leaves the lane, you take Demolish in your runes, and you just destroy his turret. You absolutely melt it. Because other tanks are not going to roam in laning phase. Shen will, right? So Death Cap retains huge value versus him. Why didn't she wall slam me there? Whatever. But versus other tanks who are going to be having a large health bar, they're going to be having a amount of resistances. Look at this plate here, probably, right? Yes, very nice. Thank you, Sona. Poppy, are you just dead again? What? Do you see how aggressively she's fighting 1v2? Like, surely you just walk under your turret there and throw your Q button. Okay, I mean, sure. Who am I to say no? Yeah, I'll walk over here to help my team because they helped me. And then I'll look for this turret damage. This Poppy TP. I think I just look for proxy here. Actually, Echo is nearby. I gotta be careful. I can't proxy this. Yeah, see, look, he walked a Tribush. That would have been a death for me. The best time to die behind turret is when you're behind tier 2 and in front of tier 3. Otherwise, you try to, in my opinion, probably should try to not die. If you die behind tier 2, tier 3 while you're clearing a wave, that's good. Well, it's not good, but it's the best case scenario where they lose the most time and resources for killing you. Okay. So I'm thinking either Death Cap or Blackfire at number 2. And then whichever one I don't buy 3, and then Bloodletters. Although, Leandry into Blackfire, it's so crazy how nerfed Leandry's is, man. I know I always yap about this, but, like, I only have 95 AP on one item. And I only have 1800 HP on one item. A full item, by the way, but, like, still. God. This item used to give 350 HP, 90 AP, like, Also, in Season 10, it gave 10% damage amp. I gotta say, I really don't like the direction that and I think Baus tweeted about this as well. Baus tweeted something like, Balance Team needs to stop making the game just too balanced and too boring, because it makes the game boring as fuck, and I completely agree. Like, some things should be powerful, like, item spikes are one of the more fun things about MOBAs. And I think Riot's approach and Freak's approach to balance, where they're like, did I just kill this? I think I just kill you, Poppy. Oh no, she's smart, she's walking the other way. Smart player. I think Freak and Riot's approach, where they're like, their opinion is that items should not define the game. Champions versus Champions kit should define the game. And like, to some degree that is true, but I think they have swung too far in the opposite direction. Where now it feels like items don't matter at all unless you have either Locket or Eclipse, the two most broken items in the game. Especially Locket, good god. That item is so ridiculous. And if you have other items, then they're just not as good as those two. Which feels really bad. Okay, I'll do Blackfire second here. I don't have like a huge amount of gold income. If I get that first needlessly large rod, I think it would be okay, but let's switch it up just a little bit here. I will do Deathcap third or fourth. But I still get a decent amount of AP and percent amp from Blackfire, so blue ball. Oh no, Caitlyn. Nice. Wait, they killed her? She was full HP when I moved my camera. What the? Okay. And so here's another thing, right? I think the items need to be a bit more impactful, because I think that they've swung too hard in the other direction. Yes, like, champions should be the star of League of Legends. I totally agree. But it's not fun to have boring-ass items. I think that, so I think in the Mythic era, it was the opposite of what we have now, where items were way too important and your champion didn't matter as much. And right now, we're in the complete opposite end of the spectrum, where champions are the only thing that matters, and your items don't matter, again, unless you have Eclipse or Locket. The two most broken items in the game. I don't understand why... I want the Spink Ward. Oh, somehow I didn't get wall stun there. I don't understand why we can't have like that nuanced balance though. I mean, do you kill me here? I'm gonna back out. Like, I don't understand why we can't have that nuanced balance where it's in the middle of these two extreme game states. Ah, she's gonna try and E-slam me and then ult Q. She would actually kill me from this health, by the way. We'll stack some burn here. Faded Ashes does stack with Leandry's. It does not stack with itself, though. So you can't just buy double Faded Ashes. Trust me, if I could, I would do it every game. Oh. No way, the level 10 Poppy with that much damage, huh? Okay, sure. Tank item rush, by the way. Level 10 Poppy versus level 11 Singed. She has no damage item. I have 2 damage item. And I took 58% physical damage, which is majority from Poppy. Yeah, okay. That's another thing, man. I feel like I feel like some champions just have like way too much base damage as well, which contributes to like them being item agnostic, meaning that for some champions it matters a lot less what items you buy because their base damage is so valuable. Poppy is, I guess, a great example because is the guy dead? This guy's super dead, right? Maybe not. The Poppy is a great example because Poppy can build, she can build full Assassin Lethality, she can build AD Bruiser with Sundered Sky and Eclipse, or Poppy can build full tank. Like, what?
An enemy has been slain.
And the thing is, all three of these are viable. Amongst Poppy players in high elo, you see all three of these builds quite frequently.
On my way.
Wait. Hello, Zyra. So you walked into each other. I think I just dive you here. Yep, bye-bye.
To shake or not to shake.
I gotta say, the wave clear with Leandry's Faded Ashes is actually quite nice. But my ultimate was running there as well, so. Here is the Blackfire. Man, the item is so cheap. 2,800 gold is nothing. I'm actually over gold. So I could have had this a full wave earlier, but, well, no, because I had to get that Zyra kill. But still. Oh, oh, oh. No, the turret shot rip.
An ally has been slain.
But yeah, the burns will hurt a lot more now. Maybe not to Poppy, but to everybody else they will. Well, technically Leandry should hurt, but the item is... yeah. So, like I was saying, Baus made a tweet where Riot is making everything too balanced. And to some degree, I do agree. I think, but like, the thing that Baus wants... I'm thinking my teleport here for my team. The thing that Baus wants is he wants like a one-shot meta.
On my way.
Like the season 11, 12, 13 League of Legends. That's more along the lines of what Baus wants. I think I just moved this fight. Go the wave. And I'm fast as fuck, boy. Oh shit. Wait. Wait, how did he not get flung? He was on my W. That means he can't use his E. What? Whatever, just got dragons. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Baus has said that he wants like the one-shot meta of like season 11. Do I go Bloodletters here? And do Death Cap 4? We'll see, we'll see. I have enough money for Needlessly, but I'm also kind of, I think because the problem is because of Blackfire, I'm kind of at the stage where I need HP. I'll do Death Cap after. This game should go pretty long, I think. It's kind of close. He said that he wants, Baus said that he wants like the one-shot meta back of season 11, 12, 13, but I don't think that I would personally want to go quite that far, but I do think that the game is a little bit stale right now because they just are... The balance is just weird right now. Like in high elo, a lot of your games, the majority of your games just feel like bot side diff or jungle diff. And a lot of the time, like, it's the reason why I'm rushing Death Cap in almost all of my games. Is because, one, the game feels boring as fuck with every other item, because you never feel like you have any damage, and you don't. Because my other items are all nerfed into the ground. Especially Leandry's.
On my way.
Good dodge. Zed moving mid, I'm gonna ping it. We go for this bot tier 1. Oh no, she died. She lived for so long. Look at that wave clear.
An enemy has been slain.
And I have 228 AP right now. Not nearly as much as if I had Death Cap, but it's not bad. Most of that is carried by Blackfire being 80 AP though. Yeah, I think I'd rather have something a bit more in between, where the items are less stale. And champion obviously still matters, but it shouldn't be the only thing that matters, you know? I think their decision to nerf every item in the game was really silly as a way to try and squish damage down. And this has been the case for a long time. In my opinion. But there's a lot of things that add to the damage creep in League. And the reason why they try to keep reducing it every so often with these weird updates, but they keep failing. I have so much gold now from that tier 2 turret. They keep failing because they don't address, like, ability haste creep. Okay, we go decap next. They don't address ability haste creep. Like, certain items just give so much ability haste. Malignance, for example. Malignance gives 20 ability haste plus 25 ultimate haste. What the f... You know what I mean? Like, Shojin gives insane amounts as well. Okay, I mean, I'm huge at this fight. Save Fling for Echo. I have 380 AP here. I had poison on 2, so it was 380. Where did Zed go? Oh, he jumped back. Nice. So here you can see my AP is amped whenever we're fighting a jungle monster like Otacon as well. From the Blackfire Torch. Then it is eating double burns from my Leandries and Blackfire, and I fling this guy. I probably die, but... So as you can see, it's actually still amplified while the Zed was burning while I was dead. That's actually really funny. What? Okay. Aurora says she's getting magic pen. Good. It'll stack with my Bloodletter's curse. All right, we just go straight Deathcap next. Is it Riftmaker? No, it's Deathcap. Riftmaker is ass. It's not bad, but Deathcap is just better. TPing bot for tempo here. The dragon is spawning in 36 seconds. So I TP bot early. And just push because Caitlyn just pushed top lane. I can try and bully the Echo a bit here, actually. Hello, you're 60%. Not even. 70, but not anymore. Yo, I'm kind of burning this guy. You have to ult. You have to ult. Maybe not. Oh, shit. The double burn plus poison, the tripler burn. Oh man, that guy is so pissed. He ulted and then he killed me and everything, and there was 3 people bottom. The Zyra just left and ran top lane. I don't know what she was doing. And they killed Zed because I put him at like 100 HP. Oh no, dude. Oh no. That was really gross. That's hilarious. Alright. I can get my first large rod here. Plus 65 AP is big.
On my way.
Oh, that's so funny. Like, see, you see what just happened? Like, do you see what just happened? League needs more moments like that. There's no more moments like that, I feel like, where you can do a specific build or, like, power spike on certain items, and then you can make fun plays happen like that. Like, that's such a singed moment what I just did. I had 3 people chasing me, and I killed one of them even though I died. Like, that's like why you play singed, you know? It's... You want to run fast, you want to poison people, you want to kill them when they overcommit to you, like, that's perfect. You know, I feel like the game misses these moments now so much because they just, the balance is just funky. Like, it's, yeah. I said this on my stream, but I'm gonna say it on YouTube as well. Like, I think that Freak has a very specific vision for the game, that I probably 100% disagree with. Besides the fact that I think that front-to-back team fights should exist, and too many one-shots is also bad that I agree with. Oh my god, Ezreal, you're one-shot here, right? What the fuck? Caitlyn! Alright, you're dead, Poppy. See ya, yoink. Was like 467 AP, yeah. Like, I think that too many one-shots is bad, and I think you should have front-to-back team fights. But, like, I don't think that a champion should only be the only relevant factor. I think items should matter, not to the extent that they were the only thing that mattered in Mythic Era. Mythic Era was terrible. I mean, you're one-shot here, right? Look at how much damage I'm dealing to this guy. Oh my god. Is he dead to burns? Oh my god. That's so satisfying, man. That's so fucking satisfying. Alright, then we just take this Baron. My poison will deal a large amount of damage. We need Caitlyn here. You know, my poison is absolutely not hitting as hard as if I had Death Cap, though. I thought it would be mostly okay because I still have a decent amount of AP. I have 363 here, but yeah, Death Cap damage to monsters is just superior, honestly. I can take a recall here. I was thinking about getting Krug Camp, but I'm so low. Kind of dangerous. Alright, let's farm up this Death Cap. I'm pretty sure I can get it. And, like, that's another thing, because I'm venting right now. What is up with the fountain regen change? Man, like, I have to sit there for 4 extra seconds. Oh my god. Why'd they make that so much slower after they spent time making it faster? It's just like, I understand. Okay, so here's why they did it. They did it because people were just recall spamming in lane and running back to lane. Which is like, okay, well then get rid of recall home guards then. Don't get rid of the fountain regen. Because the recall home guards are... That's the actual problem with tempo laning. Oh, the fucking fountain regen for it. It's like, I feel like Riot never addresses, like, the root cause of problems. Like, they'll see a problem and they'll be like, wait, that's kind of cool. How can we maintain this problem while making it slightly less shitty? No, just fix the problems. Alright, Death Cap is up. 600 AP. I'm TPing in here. Ezreal, Zerg. 760 AP! 755? I'm getting focused so hard. 760 AP, by the way. What? Did you see me almost one-shot? I have to watch the replay on that one. I legit almost one-shot that guy. If this was before the fling nerf, man. But then which fling nerf? We used to have 75% ratio. Down to 60, down to 55. Oh, and they nerfed the base damage back in Season 11 as well. It's another thing! Fucking Singed ate so many nerfs because of Predator. Then they deleted Predator and reverted none of the nerfs. Like, what? Okay, I will buy after I help Darwin clear. I have a fast empowered recall here, so. Also, I'm just curious about my jungle monster damage, which seems to be quite good. Cool. Anything to speed up my jungle buddy? Alright, 660 AP. That's with the home guard buff, though, on my boots. 1722 damage on Blackfire. That's lower than I thought it would be. My Leandra's is like over double. That's weird. I thought that should be a lot higher for item number 2.
It's nearly time.
Huh, interesting. Well, the fact of the matter is that the more AP you have, the harder that Blackfire will actually hit, so that is something. I want to get a 5-stack poison fight so bad. Okay, we can just slow siege this with Baron. Or not with Baron, just normally. Sona has blue buff. She can basically shield us from Zyra's poke forever. Okay, Echo is bottom. That means... Well, he's also pushing super, so we should be able to just hard shove this and dive the turret. I have Ghost as well. I mean, let's go. I didn't get that cannon. Look at the turret damage. Holy shit, dude. I'm 500 damage per auto to inhibitor. What? Okay. Yeah, sure. Are they just never gonna fight us? I don't think they are. They're wave clearing pretty well, but we have 3 super minions now. Or 3 lanes of supers. Alright, okay. So I'm gonna fling off. 775 AP? They're not coming out of the fountain. RIP. Alright, GG, boys, GG. Let me check the replay on that, and I want to actually show you guys the post-game lobby as well. Here is the post-game. 7-4 and 15. I had 278 CS, more than Poppy. Decent damage, nothing absolutely crazy. What was my damage to turrets? Oh my god, what the... Wait, I had 9,200 turret damage? What? Alright, hold on. Let me watch the replay on this. I gotta see the replay on this. I need to see how close the Ezreal was to getting one shot whenever he was flung in that fight bot side. I got to 760 AP in that fight as well. I believe it was here. Okay, because I remember... I go back for death cap here. The fight breaks out. And I TP in. Here's me TPing in. Let's watch Ezreal's perspective. Watch from his vision. This is always fun for me. Watch from his vision. Oh! If I hit the W, he was just dead. I missed it though. Or not even missed it. I was just too late on it. All right, so let's watch. He actually is almost one shot, by the way. He goes from full HP to 360, 330. Look at the burns. Oh my god. The burns did like 150 damage on their own right there. Look at this guy. Wait, was he full? Yeah, he lifesteals to basically full HP here. 1800. And so let's say he's like 70% health here. Here's him running in. Fling toss. Oh my god, look at the... Oh, that's so nice. The fact that I can do this to their AD carry, by the way, means that this fight is over before it, like, basically right as it begins. Because even though he doesn't die instantly, he's out of the fight. Like, he can only use Qs. My god, that's so satisfying. You can even see that the Poppy is actually taking quite a bit of burn damage as well on the end of that. I want to see how much damage the actual burns themselves did. So let's see whenever he flashes over the wall. So before this, Blackfire was 1440 damage and Leander's was 3500. All right, let's see. So now poison is off of him. Let's wait for the poison to tick off, but we'll also see the Blackfire and Leandry's damages here. Oh my god. And now they're still ticking here. Yeah, wow, okay. That's quite a bit. The Leandry's just out-damages Blackfire so hard. That's the one thing I know about Blackfire, like, I feel like you don't even really buy this for the burn. The burn is nice. It 2% scaling on it, like, that's not bad for just having free damage, but... yeah. Well, I guess you have the extra monster damage, though, too. You get 20 extra base damage for monsters, so you can potentially just, like, rush this and start farming Krugs, I guess, but I'm not gonna lie. I think I like the Deathcap Rush better than the Blackfire Rush. But this, I think, in the future, probably I would just go Blackfire after Deathcap. I think Deathcap is just gonna outclass this, even with the lower cost on Blackfire. Like yeah, there was the the Echo Kill, Let's see the Echo Kill. It was here. No, it was before this. Then it was here. Yeah. All right, so here's me approaching Echo, walking at you menacingly. I ult for 340 AP, fling him, 361. I actually get some extra AP off the Krug there, by the way. He's burning. Would he have died to these burns? Maybe. Probably not, but... He ults back onto me. I fling him as I die. The burns apply? Oh my god, dude. What is that? That's so satisfying. Look at how much damage Ezreal took. What? Ezreal's at like 70% health, 60% health even from following me. The Zed is hella chunk too, and Zed just dies as well right after this. Like, yeah, not bad. Very satisfying. All right, guys. That being said, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Catch you next one. Wow, peace, everybody.